Hey fellow Force users and fellow Skrulls, what is up? It's Jasmine, the Ahsoka Tano fan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, I don't think it's hard to guess who I am today. I decided to go as none other than Nick Fury, or am I secretly a Skrull? We obviously know that Nick Fury has quite the fight on his hands. He's been trying to work with Skrulls to find them a new home while simultaneously also trying to stop Skrulls like Gravik, who are basically opting to secretly invade Earth, and he's causing a lot of chaos in the process. We saw what happened with Maria Hill, and now Talos is dead, so the series has definitely killed off major people. And in the most recent episode, we learned that Gravik is after something called the Harvest, and we learned that it was a secret collection of Avengers DNA. This DNA was actually collected by a secret team of Skrulls assembled by Fury himself. Is he actually going to give Gravik what he wants, or does he, in Fury fashion, have another plan up his sleeve? We saw at the end of last episode, he was with Sonya at his fake grave site, and he took the harvest with him, and then he said to someone on the phone, let's finish this. So we have to figure out who that was he was speaking to. We've also seen that Gravik is facing some backlash from his own followers. They're starting to question his leadership and not really like where he's taking things, so we have to see what happens with that. We saw that Rhodey has been confirmed to be a Skrull now by the name of Varra. We actually saw her real form during that shower scene. Is Rhodey going to be exposed for the Skrull, or are people still going to continue to believe that he is in fact the real Rhodey? Nonetheless, I'm excited to go into episode 6, which is the finale, guys. We're back with another reaction video this time. So without further ado, let's invade our way into the finale and check out what the episode has in store for us. I don't think they've once played the Marvel theme thus far. Oh shoot, that must be her house. I guess that's after her and G'iah got attacked.
First time you called this number in years.
I've dialed this number 1,000,000 times. This is just the first time I press send.
Who's that she's speaking to? Is that Fury?
All right, I'll let you go now.
You don't have to if you don't want to, darling.
Yeah, it is him.
Take care of yourself.
You have to bear with me, guys, because I'm obviously only seeing out of the one eye, so it's possible I could miss things. So is he going to meet Gravik right now? Car's not stopping. Is anyone even in there? No. Damn. He doesn't play. See, that's my look, guys, with the red hat. I still think the intro is pretty cool, actually.
Mr. President, we need to stay focused on honing your response to the attack on your motorcade.
Respectfully,
I still wonder if he heard Fury when he said not to trust Rhodey.
we cannot rule out the possibility of a false flag attack.
Did you take a stupid pill with your breakfast this morning, Admiral?
Damn.
Orchestrated by the Skrulls and the Russians who are giving them safe haven. So unless you have some actual evidence, I suggest you move on to doing what it is you were summoned here to do.
I don't think the president trusts him. Just the way he's looking at him, he probably heard Fury and is thinking, yeah, this guy's pushing me too hard to retaliate. I don't trust him.
Taking the liberty to prepare a rough copy of your remarks to the nation. And it's the Russians, 100%.
He's pushing way too hard.
Mr. President.
But this whole plan was orchestrated by Gravik in order to get what he wants from Fury. So once he gets what he wants, would he still be okay with the US just blowing up the Skrull compound? Or because my thought was he was just using that threat as leverage. Oh. Who killed them all? He did warn him about the radiation, didn't he, Gravik? Did Gravik kill them all? Or who killed them? Or was it the military?
You have to get him out of there.
Who?
The president, you bloody idiot. Fury's headed straight for you.
Sonya? She must be trying to lure him into a trap.
He wants Ritz and stop before the bomb is launched.
She did something just to get him out of there. We still never know if it's that real person talking or just a scroll. Is that really Sonya? We don't know.
Where is everybody? Locked away. Looks like it's just you and me, Fury.
Shit. Oh no.
Pull out pills. How about a drink instead?
How does he know what's in the drink?
Every floor, lock down the elevator. National security threat.
Is this Sonya?
You see these tremors? They're natural at this level of exposure. Just once the shaking gets above the elbow, close to the heart, that's when you need to be concerned. Look concerned. Of course, without the fit.
You too busy playing dress up.
A costume, Fury. Do you not recognize this skin?
Who is he? Yeah, who is the face?
This was the first human I killed. I killed him because you told me to.
It's kind of morbid.
This man, Fury, he had a wife and he had children. But I killed him because of you!
Talos was weak. He turned the war people into a band of beggars, and what I'm supposed to emulate that?
Damn.
I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna take a flamethrower to humanity!
This is the most angry we've seen him.
The imminent removal of humans from their habitat, that is all you!
Damn.
The only way for me to keep my end of the bargain was to build your home here.
Why didn't you do it?
Because it's easier to save the lives of 8 billion people than it is to change their hearts and minds. The last thing I felt before I flaked off.
Regret?
Relief.
Oh,
Relief that I didn't have to fight anymore.
damn. That almost sounds like he doesn't want to live anymore.
Do you know why I came back to Earth? You. I felt responsible for you. I should have taught you that you never give up the fight.
Who is killing? Is Sonya killing all these people or some people working with her?
I've decided to give you what you want.
Please tell me he has another plan.
Just leave Earth the hell alone and leave it now.
He's not gonna take that deal. There must be... Is the bottle poisoned on the outside or something? Because he was holding it with gloves. Fury. I don't know.
Give me your gun, goddammit.
He's gonna take out Rhodey, isn't he? Oh shoot, those are all...
It's pure.
Wow, they collected a lot of DNA.
Movement here.
Sonya!
No checking behind the doors. You really are a skrull.
To expose him, she doesn't even have to kill him. She could just shoot him in the leg or whatever, like she did the other Skrull from last episode. So at least everybody knows who he is. Did Fury just activate that? Fury just got powers with that. I thought that only worked on Skrulls though. What? So that was his plan? Whoa. Wait. Or was he a Skrull the whole time? Oh! It was G'iah. Fury's there. You just never know. So all the coughing was fake. Whoa! I knew there was gonna be a showdown between G'iah and Gravik, but I didn't expect it to be like this. That looks like Drax's arm almost. And it looks like the guy from Thor.
And if you don't call off the strike, you're going to kill the man he's replicating along with some of the world's greatest minds. Skrull rebels have kidnapped dozens of world officials.
Come on, they gotta shoot him in the leg or something so they could see that he's a Skrull. Come on, G'iah.
Just stay the course, all right? And all our enemies will be gone.
All his enemies. Oh, okay, now they're using Captain Marvel's powers. That's sick. So because of the harvest, basically, they both have the powers of the Avengers. Oh, Mantis. Haha.
Sleep.
He must have been so shocked to see her too, because obviously he would think that she's dead because he shot her, right? Is that Groot's arm she has now? Or the Hulk?
Just like your father. Just like them.
Oh, did she just kill him? Whoa! She just blew a hole through him. Damn, that's the end of Gravik right there. Now all of New Skrulls will be under her. Oh! He didn't hesitate. Shot him right through the head. Now the president can see. Oh. All they had to do is shoot him in the leg though. Damn. That was like 2 big deaths right there, back to back. Still processing a bit. She's freeing everybody. There he is. But the question is, when was he kidnapped? Oh, him too! Everett.
How long have you been in here?
Whoa, I'm all right. I've got you.
When did they get taken?
We held hostage for a long time.
He seems like he's in the worst shape, so was he there longer than the rest of them?
The terrorists responsible for a shape-shifting, alien-born species known as skrulls. Presenting to Congress for immediate emergency authorization a bill that designates all off-world-born species enemy.
Oh crap. This might not end well either.
We know how to find you. And we will kill every last one of you.
I don't think that's what Fury wanted. That includes his wife, right? Who's also a Skrull.
Did you fall in love with me? Or the face that puts you at ease?
Oh, do I sense divorce?
I'm leaving tonight.
Then I guess this is goodbye.
Where's he going?
You know where to find me.
Who's following her?
We meet at last.
Can we trust Sonya?
Who are you?
A friend of a friend. Your people need a leader.
Okay, well, she wants her to be the new leader.
Resources to fight this war that Ritson has launched on your people, and I can give them to you.
My father entered into a deal like that. Didn't end so well.
And together we'll make this planet safe for both our people.
Does Fury know she's doing that, I wonder?
Putting things back together was never gonna be easy.
Who's that?
You took a bad situation and made it worse. But we have to act now. Before the hit squad you inspired kill off the Skrulls who still want to help us.
Damn.
Now you got dumbass vigilantes killing innocent humans too.
Oh, wow. That's dark as hell.
When they're not going to kill themselves.
Wow.
If you truly care about the Skrulls, get off my planet.
Well, that's not good. Who's he meeting right now? Because this is from the first episode, right? When he met up with Maria Hill.
Hold a minute.
Is that his wife coming? Yep. She wants to go with him.
Priscilla.
Varra. Now that humans know we're among them, I'd like to use my birth name.
Good news from Saber. Kree said they're open to peace talks.
What do Skrulls call good luck? Bad luck.
Come with me.
I'll help you get started. But then I've got to get back.
She's going back to her natural looking self.
That I love you.
Oh.
As I am.
Only as you are.
Oh, is he saying that she should keep that form always? I think so. I guess that answers the question she asked him a couple episodes back, which was, would you have loved me if I were in my own skin? And then he said, we'll never know. I guess the answer is yes. Aww. Now get in the ship before someone comes. All right. I wonder if there's a post-credit scene. I'm kind of curious about that. Okay, so that was a pretty good wrap up, I think, to this season. The only thing I'll say is it felt a little bit short. I was just looking at the episode description and I realized it's only 38 minutes. That almost could have been like an hour-long episode. But other than that, it was a pretty good wrap up. We actually saw a lot go down. We kind of saw all stories come to a climax here. We saw what happened with the whole president story. So we still don't really know if when Fury told him to be careful with Rhodey, if he actually heard that or not, or if he just in that moment sided with Fury and Sonya after seeing that Rhodey was in fact a Skrull. I'm still not sure, but either way we saw that that whole strike was avoided. They were able to save the lives of not only the Skrulls in that compound, but all the hostages, including Rhodey. And also we saw Everett Ross as well. If you recall, he was in, or the Skrull impersonating him was in the very first episode. So what was going through my mind was, when did these people actually get taken? It did look like Rhodey was in the worst shape of the rest of them. They kind of had to help him out, assist him in walking. Just how long was he a Skrull? In Captain America, the Winter Soldier, the TV show, was he a Skrull that whole time? It kind of does make you wonder, how far back does this go? When was the last time that we saw the actual Rhodey? So they were able to save all the hostages, but the irony is we saw what ended up happening. The president kind of took that opportunity to then inspire, you could say, a series of assaults that took place against Skrulls. Some of them resulted in the deaths of actual humans as well, like the UK Prime Minister. And she was one of the hostages that were rescued. Her life was saved because the strike was avoided, but then it was taken because of the way the president launched a war against the Skrulls, essentially. It ended up being that he cost the lives that he saved. This whole time, the Skrulls have been hiding amongst us, right? Like amongst the humans, and you never really know who's a Skrull, who's human. And so now with the president saying that we know who you are and we're gonna find you, hunt you down, he's now kind of inspiring other people to go after potentially anyone that they could think is a Skrull, you know? So it's kind of just a mess. It's just this whole idea of like knowing there's an enemy out there, quote unquote, but not knowing who the enemy is and what they look like. And it's just basically a mess now. The president definitely took a bad situation and made it worse, which is actually what I believe they said in the episode. So going forward, I guess that's going to be the new war. It's no longer going to be the Skrulls led by Gravik against humans, but it's going to be humans against Skrulls now, and it's going to fall on Fury and others to protect the innocent Skrulls who still live amongst them. And it makes you kind of wonder that after all this fighting, there really was no winner. Both sides lost. Talos died trying to do what was right. The president was attacked and almost lost his life. And now they've created a new conflict against the remaining Skrulls. Gravik, he was launching all these assaults against humans, trying to turn them against each other, created the whole Super Skrull machine, and look where that landed him. Now he's dead. The people, his people that he was fighting to protect, the Skrulls, are now public enemy #1. It just seems like the situation is somehow worse now than it was before, which I guess is a sobering reminder that in war, there really is no winning end. There's loss for everybody to a certain extent, and I think that we're really seeing that happen in this series. The whole G'iah and Gravik scene definitely took me by surprise. You guys could probably tell from my reaction. I did mention for a couple of my videos that I felt that G'iah and Gravik did need to have a showdown eventually, because he killed her mother, then killed her father. He also thought he had killed her, so it just seems like she'd be the perfect person to take him down and catch him by surprise, and that's exactly what she did. G'iah and Gravik became powerful by using the harvest. They were using a mix of different Avengers powers. You kind of saw, I think I saw Drax's arm, a bit of Korg from Thor. We saw Mantis, we saw Captain Marvel's powers being used, so it definitely was a mixture of Avengers powers that we saw being used. Yeah, like I said, ultimately G'iah was the one to take down Gravik, and I think that that was the best way that he could have been taken down. But like I said before, Gravik's taken down, and that's one problem solved, but now they have another, perhaps bigger problem on their hands, which is that the president has waged an assault against them now. They are now public enemy #1. The other thing about that scene too, Fury never really got the chance to hear how Gravik truly felt about him. Gravik blaming him for killing the first human that he killed. We learned that as well. We learned that the face of Gravik is the first human that he killed. All those things that he revealed to Fury and all those emotions that he let out, he kind of was vulnerable in that moment. Those words were all meant for Fury, and it wasn't even truly Fury he was talking to. That kind of puts the scene in a different perspective, and it makes you wonder if G'iah will ever tell Fury what Gravik said to her. How much of what Fury was saying was what G'iah was making up on the spot, or how much of it was what Fury actually told G'iah to say, because he was saying some pretty deep stuff. Fury was describing what it was like just as he was disappearing in the middle of the blip, how he felt relief that he didn't have to fight anymore. Is this what G'iah is saying, or did Fury tell G'iah this is how he felt and then he told her to say those things to Gravik to make it convincing that it was in fact Fury? You also kind of wonder if any of Gravik's words stuck with G'iah at all, and does she feel deep down any sort of resentment towards Fury for not holding up his end of the deal and finding her people a new home. But either way, that scene is definitely looked at completely differently once you find out that it is actually G'iah and not Fury, especially when she says Gravik is using her skin as a costume, or she says that as Fury. And in the moment, we think that Fury is talking about Gravik being a Skrull and obviously using the human form as a costume. But you could also look at it the other way. She's kind of accusing Gravik of potentially not being a true Skrull in the sense of not being true to his people. She's challenged him before, just before he shot her, and said, are you really a leader of Skrulls, or are you our worst enemy, or something like that, she said. So you can kind of look at that wearing my skin as a costume line a little bit differently when you see it from Gaia's perspective. Is she calling him kind of a fake Skrull, not really true to his own people? And also when he mentions that Fury's just like Talos and weak, and look how things ended with him, I also wonder if G'iah had that in mind when Sonya approached her with that proposal. Because she said that my father entered into a similar deal and it didn't end well, right? So you kind of wonder if those things were on her mind at all. And speaking of Sonya and G'iah, it looks like now G'iah is going to be working with Sonya, protecting the remaining Skrulls. Although it is Sonya and she is kind of shady, so there's probably more to that plan than meets the eye. I'm sure Sonya has other plans of her own, perhaps that Fury won't even know about. You saw at the end there, Sonya also took G'iah to this compound, it looked like, where there were many more hostages. I think that that scene was just meant to show us that even though they defeated Gravik, what he's done, and I guess the legacy, if you will, that he's left behind, runs way, way deeper than we might think. And there are in fact still many Skrulls who continue to impersonate humans. I think that scene was kind of meant to show us the depth of the situation. Another major focus of the episode was Fury and Priscilla's relationship, or should I say Varra. We know a couple episodes back that she was questioning whether he would have still loved her if she were in her true form, and in this episode she kind of does embrace her true form. And it's ironic that she's embracing her true form more now than ever after the Skrulls have been declared public enemy #1 by the president. It's like that's making her more and more comfortable in her own skin. It was nice to see that Fury accepted her in her true form there. We see her visually transform into her Skrull self, and he calls her by her actual name. Now it looks like Fury is going back to space to Saber. He also mentions that the Kree are willing to make peace, so I think that's going to play a major role going forward. Are we going to see the Skrulls and the Kree team up against the humans potentially? A couple final thoughts from the episode. I'm wondering who was on the other end of the phone call from the last episode when Fury said we have to finish this. Based off of this episode, I'm thinking that might have been G'iah potentially, because the two of them obviously orchestrated that plan together to trick Gravik and then eventually take him down. Another thought I had was that it could have been his wife potentially. And one thing I thought of too was those dead bodies at the compound that we saw when Fury / G'iah was meeting up with Gravik. I believe those might have been the same Skrulls who tried to kill Gravik prior, but it was still strange that we didn't really see any of the other Skrulls. He killed quite a few of his men, but I kind of do wonder what happened to everybody else on the compound, because we didn't really see them. We only saw G'iah and Gravik pretty much this episode, and then we saw the hostages end up being freed. I don't know if we're to assume that Gravik killed the rest of them. But yeah, guys, overall, that was a good finale. Definitely a very interesting season. I really like the story. This fight is definitely not done. It's definitely just begun, and I'm really excited to see what they do with it going forward. As always, let me know what you thought down below in the comments of the episode and the season, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you for the next video, which will be Ahsoka. I can't wait. Until next time, guys, take care and see you soon.